Hi Jason, this is the third and final video that I'm going to make for you where I show you how to do an automatic table of contents and automatic citations. So the table of contents are really easy to do. What they depend on is the styles. You recall that I went through and I made all the headings follow a style that I called NHL chapter head. It's this one, NHL chapter head. So what the table of contents does is it's a little tool that instead of typing everything in manually, it goes and looks for everything in a hierarchy of styles and then inserts it with the page numbers automatically. So let me delete this. I'm going to not insert, I'm going to go to references, table of contents, and I'm going to insert table of contents. And it has all kinds of different formats. This is the tab leader like you were using. Um, you can There's all kinds of different formats: distinctive, modern, fancy, whatever. We'll just do from template. We'll do it here, and then we'll go ahead and let's modify it. Let's put it in your font. We'll go ahead and put it in, what was it, Bookman format font. Oh, actually we can do it right here, can't we? Bookman old style 11. Okay. And then the other thing we want to do is your table of contents was very simple. All you had was the chapter titles. So we'll go ahead and go to options, and here's where it's picking out the styles and setting up in different outline levels. The way this would work by default is it would take heading 1, and then you can see over here it put heading 2 underneath that and heading 3. But we're only going to have one thing, which is what I call the NHL chapter heading. So I scroll down, there it is, NHL chapter head. Go ahead and click OK, and then I'll click OK. Boop. And you can see it's going to go ahead and it pops it in automatically. If you don't want to like show these items, you can simply delete them, take them out. I see I made a mistake here. This introduction should have been the start of page 1, but I'll fix that later. But the point is, you can see how simple it is. I haven't gone and done the rest of the book, but if I had set up every chapter already, it would have a complete list. If you decide to change the book, the size of the book later, that is the physical layout of it, that no longer half page but 6 by 9 or something of that nature. If you change the margins for ebook or whatever, all you need to, if you add and subtract text so that it changes the page numbers of things, you don't have to manually change them. All you do is right click and you go to update field, and you can just update the page numbers, or you can update the entire table if you've had changes in chapter titles and so on. And that's pretty much it for the table of contents. Very simple to do, and you'll see when I have the clean version how that's done, how nice that is. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to automatically create your citations. Now, let me go to your first citation here on page, happens to still be on page 22. I highlighted it so I could quickly find it visually for creating this video. Obviously, it won't be highlighted in your final version. So what you can do here is that first off, you have two ways you can do this. The way you've done it essentially is as a series of endnotes, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, and you put them at the end of the document. So what you could do here is you could say insert endnote, and the thing you'll notice is then it puts a little, it goes to the very last page, and it puts a little, in this case, a Roman numeral I, but and then sticks it at the end. But I don't like the I, so let me go ahead and change that. We'll go ahead and change that to the numerals. Oops. Hang on. Let me do that again. I'm going to insert endnotes, and I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Apply. Applies to the whole document. Insert. Boom. There we go. And I put a number 1, and then you could have simply you can simply copy and paste this information the way you've done it, with getting your formatting correct and everything like that. You could simply paste it here. And the great thing is that as you change pages, it'll still be here. But probably the more professional way to do this is to can go back up to page 22, is to actually use one of the standard citation methods that scholars use. What I've done is I've go ahead in managing sources. You can see that I've already added dictionary.com, your first source, and you can see I have all your information: the year that you accessed, the month, the date, what the website was, that it's a website, that's dictionary.com, and so forth. So it's got this citation already. And what we would do is what you would do is you go ahead and to insert the citation, first you select your style. Chicago style would probably be the most common for most print books. The others are used, like APA and MLA. You probably remember are used more for different disciplines, but Chicago is just the one that's used for publishing in general. And you go insert citation and you select it from your list of citations you've created. In this case, there's only one because that's all I've done for the example. And you go like this, and it puts it there. And then what we'll want to do is we can go ahead and we can create a bibliography, probably create it near the end here. And we can either do it as call it a works cited, or we can call it a bibliography. It's probably best a works cited because your bibliography is much larger. Bibliography is all the books you've referenced in your study, whereas the works cited is the ones you're actually referring to here. And in which case you can do just do the works cited, and you see that it puts it there in order. It doesn't include the actual page that it was on because, of course, the way that the Chicago is working, you're gonna have it simply says dictionary ND, and then people will come back and they would find it in alphabetical order on the works cited page. So it's a little bit different. We could do it either way. I will probably, in keeping with the book the way you've already got it, I will probably do a combination of endnotes, but format it a little bit more. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just leave it as is, but using the footnotes or the endnotes, and then we'll let you decide how you want to do it, if you want to do it a little differently or not. But anyway, those are the tools. Things aren't looking pretty now, of course. As I say, I've got to apply all these things that I've shown you in these videos yet to deliver tomorrow. It's almost 8 o'clock, almost quitting time for me. And quite frankly, if I did any more tonight, I'd probably start making mistakes to your work. So I will end my video here and upload the videos and send them to you, and we will leave it at that. Hope this has been helpful.